us?
Yes. Anybody has any questions?
Hold on. Here we go. Are you ready, live?
No.
Right.
Jumping that side up.
There you go. You're live now.
Yeah. Just getting
I'll
here.
just shut this off so I don't get in.
Just wait for a few people come on.
Brian, I couldn't put the flight mode on, so I might get, if any phone calls come in, I'll have to turn them off.
Okay, I think there's 9 on. We just watch for a few more, mate. 2 seconds. Right, I'm getting there. You're looking healthy.
Thank you, mate. I've stopped drinking, so my skin's got better since New Year's Day. But thank you, mate. Yeah.
And you get up.
I've lost a stone.
And you get up and you get out of bed and you feel fitter. And every day you get up, you get fitter and fitter, and you start getting up at the same time every day.
Yeah.
And it's good. Right, guys, welcome to the show. We've got Matt Legg on again, professional boxer for AJ Tyson Fury, sparred with. Amazing bloke. Going to tell us stories he hasn't told anyone else before. Matt, welcome back to the show. Popular demand, everyone want you on, so we had no choice. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me back, mate. I enjoyed it last time. So yeah, it's good to be back. I've got a few more stories that I didn't say last time, and a few other things that have been happening lately that I can talk about.
Right. Yeah. Sure. Where are we at? What were we talking about then?
Just saying, New Year's resolution was a big thing for me. So New Year's Eve, I said from New Year, no more alcohol, get fighting fit again, no more, because I drank a bottle of whiskey on New Year's Eve. I'm a bit of a binge drinker. I'm sort of all or nothing. I'll either go for months and months healthy, or I can go the other way. Whatever I do it full on. So I don't do things by halves. And I drank a bottle of whiskey New Year's Eve, enjoyed myself. And I said New Year's Day, start getting fit, get the weight off, eat healthy, walk, boxing. I'm down to 20 stone. I was 21 stone. I want to get to about 18 stone, I think. I've been in talks with Dean Lynch Ward about maybe having a bare knuckle fight on one of the shows, not the next show, but maybe later on, or even a boxing match, charity boxing match at some point. But I need to get down to about 18 stone, really, to do that. But yeah, that's one of my goals.
Your best fight weight, about 18 stone?
My best fighting weight was probably 16 and a half, 17. But now I think I'll be better about 17 and a half. I'm 45 now, so I'm a bit heavier. But I can still get fit. I'm 20 stone now, and I've still got a bit of speed left there. So I think about 17 and a half, 18 stone would be nice.
Because on heavyweights, the last thing that goes, you're punching it. You've still got that. Have you seen fighters? George Foreman was 45, I think, when he won the title.
That's it.
Phenomenal.
He was exactly the same age as me when he won. I like watching him in his later years. I enjoyed watching the comeback with George Foreman when he was knocking everyone out. He just walked around knocking everyone out, didn't he?
Did you know that he made more money off the sandwich, the grill, George Foreman grill, than he made than anything? I think 300 million or something he made off that. We made a Matt Legg grill.
He made 300 mil. Yeah, that's a lot. Mike Tyson and Holyfield made 300 mil each, and they both spent all of it as well.
I think he made 450 mil was Evander Holyfield.
And I think he spent it.
He's got no left. Yeah, they've got nothing left.
I can't imagine spending that much money.
I was making massive amounts of money, nowhere near as much as them. I was making 20 and 30 grand a week when I was on the raves in the late 80s and early 90s. And when you're from counter stage, you feel sorry for I'll pay him. And you just give it away to friends and family. And then the next week you've got no left, but you think it's going to last forever. But when you're in that game taxing and taking money off people, make massive amounts of money, and you're used to just having pennies.
Yeah.
Everyone have a good time with you. You go out and you'll take 20 people, drink, and you'll pay for everyone. The same people turn the back on you when you've got nothing.
I used to do the same thing, Brian. When I was up to no good and bits and bobs like that, I would buy people bits and bobs throughout the night and dish out stuff. And when I was making big money doing this, when it comes quick and easy, you spend it quick and easy, and it's easy come, easy go. When you earn it properly through hard work, you appreciate it more. I appreciate money now. I've turned my back on all the crime and bits and bobs that I was doing. I appreciate a hard-earned dollar, nowadays. But when I was earning big money, I didn't appreciate it or respect money. Just blew it all. I used to get phone calls. Go on.
If you're getting an item off someone, you're selling it and you make like $5 grand, and it's like, like you said, you have work. But if you're digging holes and you're painting the work, you think, I've deserved the money today. You might make 200. Lad said to me, he makes £300 a week, £400 a week now, and he appreciates that more than when he was making 2 and 3 and 4 grand a week because he's working. There's no police at the door. There's no get locked up, and he's safe, family's safe, and you go home and you're working hard, like you said.
You haven't got to look over your shoulder and worry about stuff. And because I used to get a lot of phone calls for debt collecting jobs, people that have been ripped off or people that have been robbed, and I'd get phone calls almost on a weekly basis, and I'd always go and collect the money in and try and do it amicably. Normally, I'd just turn up and I'd know the people, and I'd get the money. I've done a debt job for Charlie Bronson once. I didn't expect to get paid. In fact, it was for his family. Got the money in, and I gave them the money just as a favour, and they gave me a nice drink out of it to say thanks. And Charlie sent me a nice letter.
I think you did one for Frank Bruno as well, didn't you?
Frank as well. Frank asked me for a bit of help. Yeah, a couple of times we've done that. Frank, he had some trouble. He had some trouble a few years back, and then he had another bit of trouble.
Usually when you go, when you're outside, I've got that reputation. I'd knock on the door and go, I'd say, look, we don't need trouble. We're not here to cause trouble. I used to tape record them so they couldn't go to the police because you get done for called demand the money with medicine. I'm here on behalf of Mr. Smith. You owe him £20,000. Can you make amends of paying it? I used to make payment schemes so they pay something every month. Yeah. So got money for the that. So I said, you don't want a load of lads coming around and smashing your windows and beating you up. I'm talking amicably, and they'll say, come in. And then what I used to say to them, if you've got any debts to collect, and you 9 times out of 10 they do.
That's what exactly, yeah. You do it the same way as me. I'd rather go in there and just no fuss. They give them a payment plan. Don't go in and say you've got to pay it all now, because if they can't pay it, then they get scared. They'll either run to police or do something else. So just give them a viable option and then get the money. But I wouldn't do it now. Those days are gone now. The police got called a few times towards the end, and I thought it's getting too much hassle now to do.
I actually got it there. Window firm, my mate Jeff, who has a window firm in Stockton, and knocked on the door, and it was the police. They owed £5,000 for the conservatory they've got, 15 grand. Yeah. They were coming in. What they usually do is say, it's not working properly, it's leaking. I said, well, I'll just take it down, now. Oh, no, do you know where the police? I went, well, you should know better, shouldn't you? Then you give me the money cash, £5,000. Ingleby Barwick it was where I live. Yeah. But I've got places, Matt, and they say to me, it's not the money, Brian, it's the principle. So I used to say to them, well, you keep the principle and I'll keep the money.
Yeah. I've had the police call to me once when 3 lads kicked someone's door off and with machetes, went in the house and robbed something. So I caught up with these lads and gave them an option to pay the money back. I've got the police. They called the police on me, and they've kicked someone's door off with machetes. I've caught them, and they called the police on me. But I've had talking about debt collecting. Norman used to get phone calls from people to tell can you stop Matt? Can you stop Matt from coming after us? And he would say, well, why is he after you for? And they were like, well, we owe some money. And he's doing a debt collecting job. And Norman would say, if you owe the money, you better pay him.
We used to say that, you remember the old thing, good cop, bad cop, mainly Duffy. So when he was known everywhere, really, but I'd come along going, God, he's a psychopath. You don't want to piss the bottle down cop. I can't stop him. You're going to have to pay it. And he'd be in the now we're going, you better get that money paid, Joe, and just shouting and bawling, but all the flag, and we get paid, you know.
Yeah. It's easy money, but you can't
go to somewhere where somebody's borrowed something off someone, not paid them. So all you're doing is you police, you're marshal in the area, and police in the area. The police don't seem to like that. They don't like you going in doing a better job than them.
That's what I always look to as I'm helping someone. I'm helping someone get their money back. So to me, I was doing everything I ever did. I tried to justify it, that it was the right way to do it, because I've tried to live by the code that my grandparents and my parents taught me, which is treat everyone how you'd like to be treated yourself.
Right.
Yeah. Which is why when I watch a lot of these people on YouTube and whatever having a go at people, there's grown men calling women names, as you know, and calling homophobic comments to people. I just think they wouldn't like it if it was done to their mum or sister or wife. Yeah. So why are they doing it? Treat people how you want to be treated. I've tried, not always worked, but I try to live my life with that code.
That's what it's called. It's old school manners, we call it.
Yeah.
The last, myself and you and Lee Wortley and Norman Buckland, and then we're the old school. So the new one just come around, smash your face in with a machete, chop you up, and then money off you. They don't give you. I've been to somewhere that have been big guys, have been like 2 or 3, and I went, well, if you want, we'll go on the field, we'll sort it out now. If you want to do it that way, go that way, and they've never done it. No,
Very few people. I very rarely have a one-on-one fight. Normally, most of the fights I've had on the thing were with a few more people. Like it was never one-on-one. There's always a few more people, like a little gang or something.
Yeah.
But you don't get many people that have a one-on-one fight anymore.
no. Yeah, it's gone. Look, we used to I used to work on the door. And I was 20. I went 1985. I worked in Leo's. I was 20-year-old, and you'd have. I didn't know how to fight properly. You know, I used to do a little bit, but I didn't know how to put somebody out. So I started learning all these kung fu moves, wrestling. There was a wrestler there. And he taught me the moves. I used to put the arms on the back and pick them up like that and carry them downstairs. But it was. I couldn't do it now with the claps and the fitness I was compared to what I am now. And you'd carry them up like 15 so like walk all the way down